Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. I'm going to be looking at advanced drone usage in high sec with an orca, attempting to exploit the drone, the NPC rat AI, to prevent any of my drones getting destroyed. This will work against blood diamonds and triglavians and normal belt rats. Incursions are a bit different. They'll actually deliberately target drones. A couple of rat classes in the incursion umbrella will go directly for drones no matter what you do. With that caveat, let's begin. So the trick is to be able to remote rep, therefore become an ersatz logi, and therefore become top in the primary list of rats what they want to target. Logi is the top of the chain. I think ECM fall in there, but we're not going to deal with that ever. So a heavy drone is good because it's got a lot of hit points and could withstand damage. So launching one heavy drone and remote shield repping it is perfect. And Praetors, or I should actually go with a berserker, truth to tell. Praetors are fun. So a berserker would be probably best suited to taking down triglavians, which are going to be your primary threat on the in the asteroid belts. And asteroid belts replenish every 24 hours completely, which is a surprise. On Singularity it takes 20 days. But yeah, so find a system with a lot of dense veldspar asteroids in each asteroid belt. Shouldn't be too hard. You can get a porpoise with a range mining extension booster and have a survey scanner, and you get 183 clicks range on your survey scanner. So yeah, find out where the dense veldspar is and go to town. So I was using mining drones in ore fields, moon mining ore fields, but the size of the roids in normal asteroid belts since December has been quite anemic, so it's worthless dealing with the micromanagement of mining drones. You just, the time you put into it, you'll have lost in ISK generation with your other mining lasers on your mining barges, assuming you're smart enough to use mining barges and not a whole bunch of orcas, which I still think is stupid, but I'll make another video about that. Well, of course, we're talking about actually sitting down and playing the game, not say at work, at your IT job, being able to play, jealous of being able to play online. Of course you'd go with orcas. Why not, right? Okay, so beyond that caveat, we're not going to be using mining drones in normal normal asteroid belts. So what we're going to do is we're going to punk out one heavy drone. We can't use mediums because they are targeted too. They like to be targeted as well, but with a remote rep on the heavy drone, that'll cut out all the worry about it. And light drones aren't targeted at all. So, well, all things being equal and you're following what I'm doing, light drones I don't have to worry about. So I'll pump out one heavy drone, 3 light drones, and 1 salvage drone, bringing the total number I can control to 5. Now, of course, I could plug in a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's 45, so I could have 1 medium drone. But if I'm repping a heavy drone in expectation that it might get attacked, there's the same equal opportunity for a medium drone to be attacked too. Tech 1 or 2, doesn't matter. So ignore that extra DPS because there's an off chance you lose it. So go with the hobgoblins, or say warriors and berserker if you really want to focus in on the Triglavians. This probably would not work if you're in an invasion zone. Would not suggest that. But yeah, that's my idea going forward for these asteroid belts. I'm definitely going to shift to skiffs because I just simply don't need the volume. I can totally get away with a 15,000 cubic meter ore hold that a skiff has and just cut out the middleman, and I can just ignore I was gonna go test suicide ganks on this specific fit of a Mac, but I'm assuming that even with shield boosts and stuff on like the resistance and the extender, that 2 highly skilled gank alts will be able to take out with 2 catalysts, Tech 2 catalysts, a Mac even the way I've set it up, and 2 is too little. You can't watch local for 2. I mean, that it always happens. 3 maybe you could have seen it coming, but 2 no. So definitely going for skiffs, of course, and why not? Make the entire Mackinac matter moot. And I'll make a video why I love skiffs and hate orcas, with of course the caveat of the IT managers who can actually play it work. Kudos. But yeah, let's get this drone thing going. So we'll pump out just so I can salvage. So salvage drone, launch that, and we'll launch the 3 hobgoblins. There we go. So now they're all assembled. Everything else is repackaged, right? So from now on, I believe I can retract. Don't try to sorry, press the wrong button. I believe if you go Shift R, it'll dump them out randomly. Let's check. Since I've assembled them, they should hopefully dump out the drones I selected. I don't think so though. I think it's gonna be all okay. Good. Okay, good. Right on. As long if you say put the heavy drone, you can't put mixed into a single folder and mark it as favorite, which would allow you to have others assembled but still launch that specific. So just keep them all repackaged, and then I've mapped the Shift R for launching, and there you go. Lots of joy, and that'll deal with it. You can just target up the Praetor and go to work with the remote rep, and everything's happy, and you can salvage at the same time. Maybe even if I don't think I have a... Yeah, I've got a mobile tractor unit. I can dump that out too, and scoop any Triglavian data cores, survey whatever database, something. Yeah, a little bit of extra cash, but yeah, we're going after dense veldspar, and or scanning for systems with a lot of dense veldspar, and yeah, it replenishes every day, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I'll be switching to skiffs, and yeah. Oh wait, test out my my macro from last video, get that started. I found I was hovering right about here, I believe, right there. This was full and this was just almost drained, and it was hovering there. And I'm pretty sure if I light up all these at once, target this guy, that it's gonna drain no matter what. And right to here, and I'm assuming that the cap drain will be such that I'd get the same end result anyways. I'm hoping to have the system work in such a way that I get more time before I cap out, if I stagger all these, but I don't know math very well, so I'm probably wrong, but it could be right. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to test this. I can go through what my to-do list is for, because this is pretty much monologue. It's not anything about anything specific. So put it in monologue and try to keep it short. My to-do list is, well, short term is to find out the regeneration rate exactly, because it seems to replenish outside of downtime on tranquility. On singularity, it replenishes at downtime. It takes 20 days to do so. And on tranquility, I swear I saw it replenish. Like I did. I totally did. Between downtime and the last time I looked at it, and it had regenerated a bit. So I definitely want to pin that down and get it exact so I can talk about it coherently. Next thing is to discover system cost index for all the public accessible manufacturing sites around, so I can build my fuel blocks cheaply. That'll include tax too, and I'll try to figure out the best route to go, and I'm sure it won't be too much trouble. I'll just take Hereticus, my builder, with the blueprints he's got. I've got all the jobs I did. I've got 10 jobs max, right? So I just divide whatever maximum I can do with one blueprint divided by 10 and use all 10 to do that. And that's that. The next thing I want to do is there's the skins. Minor Freak will be white, any white skin like the glacial drift and stuff like that. This guy will be anything red. That's cheap too. See, I could do almost 2,000, but I divided it by 10 and just split it up between my jobs so it'd be quicker. I shouldn't have really done it at the DED station. I get max tax. There's no agents to boost standings to get no tax. So yeah, but I'll be shopping around definitely for next time in 3 months time. Well, or I could just go mine ice and do some more. Okay, so ice mining in Barar is low on the priority list right now, but I'd love doing that. Mining in low sec is so much fun. Okay, so this one will be anything blue like Kaldari, cheap. And then this one will be anything green I can get my hands on. That's cheap. This I plan on being black and black and purple. Black and purple for this guy. And then orange, brown, orange, and yellow for Seneche. And that'll be my skins, and I'll because I've got myrmidons for all of them, so I'll divvy that up. Like harbingers and blackbirds, so when you're quickly switching between during the heat of battle, that you can actually tell who's who and you don't get screwed up. It helps. Every little bit helps. Let's see, how am I doing for cap usage? Still draining. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and I've grinded my way up to from limited is easy. Miner's easy to get into because it only needs one standing. With Imperial War Reserves, or War Reserves, something. And I've gotten up to major, and I want to grind through that to critical. I'm not really confident on the ISK value for that, because hey, it pops up rarely and you rarely see it, and can I go in with an orca and my exhumers for critical? That would make it worthwhile for me. I mean, every once in a while I'll see it and we'll like, woohoo, I'll go in there and make some money and come out, 10 minutes later, Probably, let's see, 1.5 and 3.5. It could be like around 10 million each. So 10 million times 6 is 60 million for about 10 minutes work. It's not bad, So yeah, that's hypothetical because EVE University doesn't even have the data for critical yet, so I want to find out what ships I can fly in there and yada yada. So that's on the to-do list. I got to build more PI nearby. Actually, I've got it all spread out across the Losec Genesits area. So I've got to go all the way to the other side of Losec and jump freighter stuff over. But I want to make some stuff locally. Mainly, I'm going to dedicate one character tertiary alt to oxygen planets, so I'll get that done. The other one will do coolant, because I'm short on that. And I want to try out Abyssal before the event ends. Got an idea. I want to test Purgers versus Extenders with Nirvana, right? The latter with the Nirvana implants. That's what I want to try out, and hopefully before the event ends. I want to stock up on cheap Harbingers and Blackbird fits at my Astra houses, so I've got like ECM and DPS I can quickly jump into if I need to. Better to have it and not need it than, yeah, you know the drill. Right now my tertiary alts are training up some skills. I want to, speaking of PI, before I get off the topic, I wanted to, too far, I wanted to mention that I really want to test what planetology and advanced planetology do. Does it improve your output, or is it just the ease, quality of life? Is it just quality of life when you're scanning between two disparate types, and it makes it easier to fiddle, and you don't have to like micromanage that scan bar? You've all seen it if you've tried it. Minimum and maximum. Let's see what else. I definitely want to test ganking that Mac on Singularity. It'd be nice if it took 3 catalysts, then I could use a Mac. But yeah, it's just not interested anymore in Macks. It's just not working for me in high sec for normal asteroid belts. That and continuing to tweak my sound settings and graphics settings. I'd really like to see a full-blown fireworks display on memory graphics and not just a quality graphics setting. I want to find out what graphics setting, hopefully it's a toggle, that I can enable the nice fireworks displays that I see in my advanced graphics, but not on my potato mode memory optimization for graphics. On most of my clients, only this one is advanced. Almost getting there. Yeah, this setup is great against Triglavians. Just perfect. I just chew through them. Like, I was worried there might be an issue, but there's not at all. It's weird, my notifications little thing disappears every once in a while. It's so bizarre. I haven't figured it out. Really, really strange. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Swear it's... Why is it moving around? It's so weird. It could be because I'd been playing with my portrait and landscape stuff, but yeah, the fact I can't see in is kind of annoying. There it is. There we go. I think somebody came online. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So it's gonna end up like this'll be full and this will be right here, and I honestly don't think there's a whit of difference between staggering all these and just keeping them going at the same time. I honestly really don't, you know. I thought there was gonna be, but honestly when it comes down to a crunch, it's going to be here no matter what when the Triglavians hit, and they'll drain my capacitor no matter how OCD I've made it. That's what I'm just guessing. So my previous video about macrokeying, about how to make it OCD, I think it was just too clever by half, and I'm not really improving my game even by a little bit, just making it more frustrating by waiting for all those macro keys to go through their automatic plugins before changing clients and doing something else. So I'll probably skip that and go to a more rapid macro key, not an unreasonably rapid, but you know, just as quick as I can press F1, F3, F4, F5, F6, and then click on these, you know? But yeah. And I could always go escape and make this easier, or even put all three of them up here. I could do that. That could be easier. But yeah, I enjoy my macros. They're fun. They're not EULA breaking, and they're a quality of life, and it's fun to have macro keys. You know, press 1 and watch your game improve, or watch your carpal tunnel syndrome lesson. Almost getting there. Yeah, I honestly don't think it's making a whit of difference here. Once we get to this point, it makes everything so, like, the capacitor recharge is just like shield recharge. If you get to 25%, it's 2.5 times what it says on the box. And anything below that, it drops off rapidly. So I think tinkering here is gonna matter so little when it comes down to the crunch right here. All you need is just a bit to tip over, and it doesn't matter how you're staggering it, it's gonna go down. But I'd like to think it's, psychologically, I'd like to think it helps. It would be fun to, like, you know, try to push the edge of the envelope and take down that Triglavian starving rat, and feel that I've bested the AI in a battle of wits, so to speak. Here we go. We're getting there finally. That's it for my to-do list. I don't have much else on my plate. I've got all the Astra houses I wanted, and most of my implant sets are scattered about. I'm thinking of getting a holding corp prepped with Rotarus ready, in case I need, well, not anchored of course, but in case I need to get my guys out and away if some if some irresistible force enters war deck with me for some reason that it isn't inclined to go for the lower hanging fruit around me and go for my tough Astra houses, tough nuts to crack. I'll probably set up Rotarus around, because they're cheap to buy, and have them in a far-flung system, and be able to quickly get there with my implant sets and switch out in case I need to flee. What I'd probably do is have alpha accounts, each with their own corp and each with their own Rotaru. So in order for people to actually find them, I'll have them scattered about, of course, and I just keep them in a NPC station and then just anchor them. If a war starts, that's impossible to win. And yeah, that's my idea right now of how to counter the fact I've got so many relatively expensive. I try to keep the costs down, like high grades for the alpha and beta, and so it's nothing crazy expensive, but it's enough to make me want to invest in my own Astra houses so I don't lose them that way. So yeah, almost there. Yeah, this will drain down to this bar right here and just stop. It'll just hover right there. That's where I was at when I was staggering, and it looks like it's obviously the exact same thing. So, and that's what it says on the simulator anyways. When you bring up the fitting manager, it'll just show you right there. So that's round about where it was right there. So that'll drain down a bit and stay stable at right there. Yeah, and hopefully I get to contest this out a few times against Triglavians and have a few more seconds leeway. Yeah, I know, right? Just way OCD. Okay, went through my to-do list, my immediate plans, far future plans. I'll probably want to plunk down another Aster house, probably in Mammon. Where is it? There's a. I do for my income. I blow up fobs within 15 minutes using Lashaks. You've seen videos of it. I uploaded them. And mine dense veldspar in nearby asteroids, and they regenerate every 24 hours, so yay. Yeah, and I want to put one down in an Aster house down in Mammon Kanar. Probably right on the gate leading to Tashiaba. So I'll be able to hear gate flash if anybody coming in, if I am ever interested in monitoring inbounds to this area. I could put another one on the Miker gate, Mike, yeah, and the Mike gate in Bashakru to listen for gate flashes too, and get a pulse on the lifeblood of this area. That'd be kind of fun. But of course I'd need my wife to go on her laptop and monitor the gate. Laptop is another entity. Alright, okay, so yeah, that's it. It'll hover right around there. It'll slowly come down. Yeah, it's right about at 25%. It's at 40 right now. So at 25%, it'll I've got it set up for the config that I'll get a 25% alert at both, right at the maximum. So anything lesser, it's going to start dropping off dramatically. So that's my warning there, and 75 for armor and 95 for hull. So it's not cancer when you hear me going in with the Lashaks in the future. And yeah, I'm not going to wait for it to go down anymore. It takes a while from this point, but it will reach here. And actually, I'm just going to let it go like this for a while to see if it actually goes down to the level of me staggering it, because that would be fascinating actually. If it's able to regen to here and then get drained a bit, that would be very interesting to know. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, there it goes. See, when I leave it for a bit, it's going to go to here and stay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Have a good day.